Today, from Columbus, Ohio, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Columbus Caps taking on the Chicago Cougars.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Cougars and the Columbus Caps. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Columbus Ball Club entering play. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's been...
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Off the play fake. Cobb. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, Bradshaw. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. Now they'll run on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
And this one is right through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Cobb.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Cobb. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
From the gun, Cobb. The quick slant caught. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And his kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second and 11 now.
Back to throw. Ham. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
This is taken at the 23. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Cobb. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Uses the spin. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Back to throw. Cobb. A bullet throw, but incomplete. And on now is the punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start by running the option to the right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Ham. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Nothing our score after one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Ham, and that is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Play action. Ham. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Ham. He finds his man. Complete. That's Fisher. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They'll run on 1st down. Bradshaw, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a give right side. Bradshaw. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now, it's Hall.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Bradshaw.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. And they were right in that gray area on the edge of long field goal range, maybe too short to punt it. So the defense probably was expecting this was a possibility.
They should have been, and in most cases, what you do on defense is you go to what they call punt safe. In other words, you leave your defense on the field, prepare for them to possibly go for it, and then you just have a little bit different responsibilities. You're not really trying to get a big return. You just want to make sure you get the ball back. But they fell asleep at the switch.
On 1st down, Bradshaw. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Cobb. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Back to throw. Cobb. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And his kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. It's Fisher, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Ham. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Fisher. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. And this is going to be incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Back to throw. Cobb. He finds Ivory here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cobb under pressure, and down he goes.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, Ham, he finds his man, complete. That's Blake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On first down, Ham, he finds his man, complete. It's Black. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Off the play fake. Ham. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Ham. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Well, they bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off play action. Cobb. Rolling. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
To throw on 3rd down. Cobb. Fighting looking through, and he's got space. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on...
In trouble, and he's taken down.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
On 2nd down now, it's Fisher. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ham. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On 2nd down, Bradshaw. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Looking to throw. Cobb. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
On 1st down, Fisher. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Fisher. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Ham. Throw left side complete. That's Black. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 97 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, Charles, you said you would be hesitant to throw it. They should run it. They did. Not only did they get space for their punter, forget that, they got a 1st down.
And I think that is a mild surprise because it's not exactly rocket science to think, run it here, don't throw it, take care of the football. I would expect that the defense to be a little bit better prepared than that.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradshaw brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. Cobb. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on 1st down. Bradshaw. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
To throw on 2nd down. Cobb. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Cobb finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st.
is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case, because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun, Ham.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the gun, Cobb. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Looking to throw. Cobb got his man complete over the middle. That's Schaefer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Operating from the gun, Cobb toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Caps add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Well, we lasted all the way to the 4th quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Throwing on first down. Ham, he finds his man, complete. It's Black. Not much there, only a yard.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Looking to throw on second down. Ham. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 8 on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. From the gun. Ham. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Over the middle, complete. That's Black. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st and 10, Ham connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another first down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Operating from the gun. Ham. He finds his man. Complete. It's Black. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun. Ham. He's got Burton here. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
116 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. And this offense on 3rd down today, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
On first down, Ham. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw. Ham. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fisher. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down. Back to throw again. This one into the hands of Burton. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Ham. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
The point after is good, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, it's Hall. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hall, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Now a 2nd time by the defense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. On 3rd down, Hall, and he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory, as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the home team here, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.